Thank you.
Actually, before we go specifically into eco-villages, I want to touch a bit more on the point of African values and African culture. So you were born in Bodiam. Please correct my correct pronunciation if I'm
Yes.
wrong. So it was on the border between Senegal and Mauritania, which is at the center of an old African kingdom known as Futa Toro. Um,
Right.
so this sort of going on a tangent here, but how does this rich African cultural history that a lot of people in the West especially ignores become one of the motivators of your work, and how does this history impact what you do?
I am very impressed by all the high quality research you've made on the region. I feel that you know a lot about it. And thank you so much for bringing up all these interesting questions. Um, in my area, money was introduced not long ago. And in many villages, so people, share and still share, the resources they have. Um, and also, Africans are fine travelers. They travel all over. These people, I mean, the houses do not have even doors because and travels a lot because every house is a potential hotel. You can go into the house, stay as long as you wish. You will have food. You will share everything that is available in this area. And again, this for me, I mean, as a rural boy, when I got my A levels and I had to come to university, I came for the first time to Dakar. I was very shocked to see someone eating from the garbage, in Dakar, which is a big city, relatively rich and everything. And in my area, such a thing would never happen because when I mean, the doors are open to everyone. You can share meals wherever you go. And so this is important. And also, when it comes to marriages in my area, contribute to the success of the marriage. They bring gifts. They bring, they bear the cost. When it's mourning, when it's sad ceremonies, the people are there. They're also there to support. And this is real happiness, where people are not worried about who will come to their place, who will steal. The children are the children of everyone in the village. They educate all this. They take all the challenges together, which I think gives a notion of security, a notion of well-being, a notion of being surrounded by people who love you. And in the big towns, I think this is getting lost a little bit, but in the villages still people, when they talk, I mean, speech, is orality. It's a civilization of orality. People do not sign complicated documents and everything. When, for example, we negotiate, after we agree, then that's the signature. Everyone will respect this. But again, with the modernity in the urban centers, the values are changing because in the urban centers, you've got schools, Western schools, you've got the internet, you've got access to international media. And I think things are changing very, very slowly. Again, I think it's important for Africans, whether in towns or in the rural areas, to be aware of all these changes, to be aware of what they're losing in globalization, what they can also gain from the West. So actually, I mean, the vision we have is to have Africans who are deeply rooted in their own culture, traditions, but also open to the rest of the world, so that we can also take the best in the technology, the best in other cultures, and become citizens of this earth. So because today no one can really live in a very locked space. It's all open, but I mean, we need to be nourished by our cultures, and also by the contribution of as well.
Yeah. So I guess your vision with eco villages really is trying to sort of integrate the West technology and the good stuff from modernization, globalization with the traditional values of Africa. Am I correct?
I think not only technologies, but again, today, if we see modern, the media and all its ideologies and all these multinationals, I think there are very thick between people. Fear is used as a commodity, to sell so many things, to sell weapons, to really prevent people from traveling, from interacting. I think we all suffer within these very small borders, and because spiritually, mentally, we are all oppressed in one way or the other. I think it's very, very important to establish bridges between communities, between countries, between cultures and civilization, so that people can really reinvent the notion of fraternity, reinvent the notion of living together. So the whole world needs this. Today, if you go to the West, you will find people who are extremely materially very rich, when it comes to material. They've got money, they've got everything, but they're not happy inside because they feel empty, they feel isolated, marginalized, and everything. I think the notion of happiness really depends on the quality of the relationships we weave between us, between communities, between the countries. So what the eco-villages would like to see is this reinvention of fraternity between all people, north, south, east, west, so that we can travel, learn, grow together, protect this planet. In divisions, we will create, we will wreak havoc, we will damage the ecosystems, and then the wealth will be concentrated more and more in just less than 1% of the planet. Percent will starve, will get sick, will get stressed, and I think this is what eco-villages are about. It's a new dream, a new frontier, so that people can just free themselves from all these artificial constraints and really look at each other like a brother, like a sister, so that we can live on a more peaceful, more joyful planet.